How you doing? I'm Dr. Paul Dyer. Welcome to Bridges Live Presents. I want to talk to you about a couple of things that before I take off for a little bit of a training trip and come back to you. And I want to talk to you more when I get back. But here's the thing. Ajay Hill. Remember that name. This man is astounding. He's outstanding and astounding. The reason why I'm saying he's outstanding is because it's not just a mission he is doing, it is something he is pushing for without the help of a city that says that would help him. I believe in me, right? I believe in me is in Frederick, right? His mission is to inspire and to challenge the youth through mental, physical, and social activities, and that fosters the self-respect and the respect for the world around them. This is his mission statement. And I'll do this mission statement again to inspire and challenge the youth through mental and physical and social activities. That means he needs to be in front of them. All of his mentors have taken a plea to say, we want these kids away from drugs. We want these kids out of crime. We want these kids out of gangs. We want these kids out of prison. We want these kids out of hospitals. We want these kids to be mentally, physically ready for the next phase of their life, to keep them in school, to keep them educated. And there's a lot of other great possibilities. And then when I put in the link, when you're seeing this, I'll put in the link and you can go to see what I Believe in Me is. I'm not going to tell you much more about I Believe in Me. I want you to go look at it for yourself. But here's the problem I have, people. I have done some events with Ajay Hill and in Frederick where politicians, police chiefs, different administrators in the city has said publicly that they're willing to help him on his mission. They believe in his mission. They believe in stopping the violence. And yet, Frederick, from the city mayor, from county commissioners to police chiefs, have done nothing to help him get a building when they said they would. What do I mean by a building? Right now, he needs to have these kids after school. That's the best time to have them. Right now, can only do this after school with an elementary school. The elementary doesn't let out till about 3:30 or change. So the high school kids let out about 2:30. So the high school kids have to hang around for an hour, and we know how kids are. If you don't capture them right away, they'll be in the wind. So if they're in the wind, then he can't get a hold of them. And if he can't get a hold of them, then the streets call them. Then other avenues call them. Then sleepiness calls them. So you're saying, well, how come these kids aren't motivated to change their own personal lives? Well, if that was the case, we wouldn't have squeegee kids in Baltimore City being a problem. You want the same situations, and you want to say you want to stop crime in Frederick. You want to stop gang violence in Frederick. But a person who's literally reaching these kids, you're not willing to help, or who's willing to help? And the people that said they're willing to help, they have not put their foot in the place where they said they could. We're not asking for it, and I always say we, because Ajay Hill, he's a brother. He's just a person in this universe that is doing the right things. And we always say, let's help someone who's doing the right things and put them in the right places. Or what about this federal money? What about all this money? Well, you still need someone to help you get those things through. There's things been written, there's been promises made, and yet nothing has been done. I'm asking you, if you believe in this type of a mission statement, if you believe in a people like Ajay Hill, or you believe in anyone, if you're going to help, you help, not just lip service. I'm sick of lip services with a lot of things. Oh, I'm going to help people get out and vote. Oh, I'm going to help change my city. Oh, I'm going to help the homeless. Oh, I'm going to help the mental health. Oh, I'm going to help. Oh, I'm going to help. And yet, when we call upon you, it's nothing but crickets. No sound I was just saying that for lip services for the public. You're going to be called out. I wanted to make this piece for myself, but also for Ajay. Because there are people who believe in him, who are working with him. He is going to the homes of kids to make sure he gets in front of them because he doesn't have a place. He is driving around Frederick to make sure he gathers his kids, to make sure he challenges mentally, physically, social activities, so they can develop that self-respect for the world around them. Because what's going to happen, people, you're going to end up complaining, as you do now, and I know you do, because I hear it, I read it, I see it, about the crime that is in these communities. But when you have a person like Ajay Hill, and you're not helping them, then it must say, and I've said this before, it must be purposeful that you don't want to help these kids. You want to keep crime high. You want to keep them on drugs. You want to keep them where they are right now because you're not helping. Write a letter to the city of Frederick and say, how come Ajay doesn't have a building that you promised him? The city promised him. The mayor promised him. And always something. Why can't the YMCA share the building that's locked up that no one's there? The YMCA, oh yeah, we can share it. But when he goes there, there's no one there to open up the building for him. There are people whose city can help and do things. They're not helping and not doing anything. This is a sad issue. It happens in Frederick. It happens in Montgomery County. It happens in New York City. It happens in Cleveland. It happens in Chicago. It happens in Seattle. It happens everywhere because there are people who are trying and are working hard to make a difference. And yet, there are certain things that are put in front of them that's holding them back. Certain politicians, certain communities only give the lip service, but they don't give the true service. The true service of service. And service means to do. Samurai means to serve. Ajay Hill is a samurai for Frederick. He is serving Frederick with honor, respect, loyalty, dedication, and yet people are fighting him on the battlefront because they have not opened up the avenues to allow. How often do you just keep banging on the door, but someone's got to open the door? He hasn't left banging on those doors. But someone behind those doors have to open up. So let's put the pressure on Frederick. Let's put the pressure on any of the cities you know that someone is trying to make a difference and they're just not willing to help. Empty buildings are sitting empty. The city can allow for the service so someone can rent these buildings. Oh, no, there's paperwork, or there's this, or there's that. And we get all that, and yet nothing's ever happened. So there's something wrong. There's someone saying, don't allow that black person to do well. Don't allow that Hispanic person to do well. You think this isn't about race? You think this is not economic deficiency? You think this is not allowing someone to come up? There has to be. Because if it wasn't, then things would be moving in the right place. But yet someone's holding the reins. Someone's got to bop you on the head to say, I will allow you. Because we can't take it. We take it, it's force, and look what they're doing. We can't charge and go through the Capitol walls like they did on January 6th. This is not about insurrection. This is about working with a community, but does the community work with you? I'm Dr. Paul Dyer. This is Bridges Live. And again, I believe in me, and I'm going to put it in the chat and put it in the inbox and so you can see it. And this is what we're trying to work. There's communities out there that are not allowing the people you're working for and trying to make a difference. You let me know that, and I will also call them out. Thank you. I'm Dr. Paul Dyer. You be kind, compassionate. And those people who are out there banging on those doors, you keep banging. I'm going to be banging with you. We just got to get more people to bang with us. And then maybe, just maybe, they open those doors.